Rice Krispie treats are the best kind of treats. Brought to you by nobody. Hey everybody, happy Friday. Let me see if this is in focus. Is it? Yeah, it's focusing on my face. It's Felicia Day. This is my channel where I do whatever I want on a Friday. And this video is all about video games. Specifically, 3 video games I've been playing that have, I notice, a weird theme. And that is being a control freak. I'm a control freak, I will admit that. It's something I'm dealing with. I will see anybody doing any job out there and I'll say, hey, I know how to do that better than you, give me that rake. There was a guy cleaning the fountain out in front of my gym as I was doing the elliptical, and I watched him in his like rubber boots and with that net. I'm like, no, you missed a leaf. So I'm working on these issues, and I noticed that I'm channeling them into the video games that I choose to play lately. So I want to share those with you in case you wanted to be as obnoxious as I am, but funneled in a more productive way outside of other human beings. The first game I'll talk about is Age of Wonders 3. Now, I picked this up because it was on Steam, and it had pretty graphics, and then Notch, the guy who invented Minecraft, he recommended it because he invested in the game. And I was like, hey, that guy has good taste. So, if you're not familiar with games like this, Age of Wonders is similar to Civilization, where you have cities in a civilization and you develop them. You pick what your city produces, you manage the resources, you explore outwards to expand your territory, and you inevitably kill other people to take over their land. In a benevolent way or in a jerk way, that's your choice. I hadn't tried Age of Wonders before because, to be honest with you, it looked a little bit advanced. When you look at a game like this and you've never played it before, to jump in, you know it's gonna be like a learning curve, about 30 minutes, and sometimes you just don't want to do that. Sometimes you just want to play Bejeweled on your iPhone, and that's okay too. So this game is like Civilization, but then it has RPG aspects to it as well, and then it has tactical combat, specific tactical combat, where you can control the individual troops in the armies. The big reason why I stuck with this game, though, is that the star of it is an elven princess. That's right, listen to her right here.
My father is King Saradas, once first Stormlord of the Dark Elves.
Oh my god, she's really pretty. Look at her. That's my character. It's like Daenerys in a Talus leather suit. What could go wrong here? And she rides a unicorn. Booyah! So basically, the point of this game is you explore the map. Obviously, there's fog everywhere, so you gotta run into that. That's just video game logic. And you gather armies, you go around, you defeat bandits. So look, I'm gonna beat these bandits up. And the great thing about this game is that you don't have to go in and control all the armies at first. You can have the computer do the battle for you. And then as a result, they pit your team against the other team and see who wins as far as the strength of the troops. Look at this, I own some bandit ass. Pro tip to me. No, I don't want that sword. That sword does not look good with my outfit. Goodbye, give me money instead. So you see the basic principle of the game here. Roam around, get money, and save peoples. The cool part is that you can go in and then, if you want to, manually do the fights. So I see all my troops, including me, on my badass unicorn, and I go and I attack all these people individually with all the skills that I have, which develop over the length of the game. And basically, oh look, I won again. Surprise! I mean, I'm an elven princess on a unicorn. How could I lose in life? So the game is broken up into campaigns, and once you get to another campaign, you might be controlling a different character, like this dragon, which I'd love to see what his junk looks like, but thank goodness my princess, unicorn, elf woman is there in the corner, you see that? And, you know, you can get several armies together, you can take over other people's territories, and you just have to encounter people like this, which is, wow, what is this woman thing? Is that from Gremlins in a corset? I need some eye bleach right now, please. No offense. When you get the bigger armies, it's even cooler, and you even get spells. You know, as you level up your heroes, you get spells and more advanced things you could do, like cast this stuff on these bitches. Yeah. And just open a can of whoop ass on them with your badass unicorn. So I would highly recommend Age of Wonders 3. Halfway through the game, and I'm definitely in to win it. And see my my lady win everything and just stand on her unicorn because she's so pretty. Yes, I'm superficial. That's my prerogative. Okay, the next game, balls, is called Banished. Now this game is another control freak game, but it's more along the lines of SimCity. This is an indie game, and it's made by one guy. And that's what I think is kind of the phenomenal thing here, and it would be good to support him. Banished, you start with a group of settlers, and basically they've been banished, and they gotta make it on their own. At the heart of it, it's a resource management game, but really at the heart of it, it's about people who are pains in the asses. Basically, you have an area, a map area, that you have to farm and gather and hunt. You gotta feed your people, and then they gotta help you feed each other, and then they gotta have sex to reproduce, to give you more people to put them to work. So once you think about life like that, that's really life, and that's depressing. So I started from scratch, but here's my city, and you'll see that people, they live in the little houses I built for them, and in order to have them breed, I mean, that's a weird word to use for humans, but in order to have them reproduce and make more humans to work more for you, you have to give them housing. I mean, you can't be having 15 people in a house like this, and they're not gonna get it on, it's awkward. I ran into the reproduction problem a lot with my early cities because, okay, look at this one. This is one of my old cities. Look at this guy. Hey, there's question marks all over. Why is that? Because nobody's working at any of these places that they should have workers. Why? Because everybody's old. This is like a Florida retirement community. There, look, here's a child. Hey, child, get in the field. Yeah, grow some potatoes. God, they're all gonna die. So basically that town died out because I didn't manage my population well enough. I started this town, which is a fairly mature town, and look, I've got a gathering lodge where you can get nuts and berries and, you know, all this stuff that makes you poo. Okay for me. Oh, look, I just need to build some houses. Oh, there's a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old shacking up over here. I think that's super illegal. Basically, you manage your resources by making everyone work, and you'll see this panel over here is where you assign people jobs. And constantly you're gonna be reassigning and assigning people into different jobs. I mean, here, look, here's a graveyard. And oh shit, that graveyard is full. I've killed so many people. Well, next year I'll make you another one if you're good. It's really fun to actually spy on them because you zoom in, they look really real. I mean, it's kind of creepy. Hey, get to work. What are you doing? I'm following you, I'm watching you, I'm following you, I'm following you more. Sometimes if you build a merchant trading post, a merchant sometimes will come down the river and they will trade their resources for your resources. So you always want to load what you're making into the marketplace so immediately you can, bam, give me some sheeps. Oh God, everyone's starting to get hungry. So this is where it goes bad because if you invite a bunch of new people in the town, they start getting hungry. Okay, chop faster, everyone chop faster. They're getting hungry. They're getting colder and hungrier. This is not good. This is not a good scenario. Get up. Okay, let me just try to move some food out of the market here. And then, inevitably, if you don't play the game right, what happens? Boom, starvation, 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 starvation. It's all of them are starving. Can't eat some twigs. Oh God. Anywho, you can also get smallpox. If you want a stressful situation where you have to manage people and they're always hungry and cold, here's the game for you. All right, the last game I want to recommend, and probably the weirdest and the funnest, is called Long Live the Queen. It is a Japanese game, so right now, you know, oh, there could be something weird here. There is. Basically, you play a depressed princess. So your mom just died and you're preparing to take on the queendom of the kingdom, and your dad is kind of a hard-nosed guy and you're depressed. The game is about making your princess feel different ways, like yielding or angry or willful. So her mood is really important because that influences what bonuses she gets to the things that she studies. So you study 2 subjects a day, and look, see, because I'm depressed, I get a bonus in animal handling and decoration, which I don't know if there's any psychological basis for that, but that's just what the game tells you. So look, I studied dog handling and then more dog handling, and at the end of the day, I get to do an activity that will change the stats of my mood. And look, going to the dungeons has no effect whatsoever. I'm a cold, cold bitch. Let's fast forward a little bit. Look, I studied enough stuff to make myself angry. That's my angry face. And look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go hunting. Killing small animals makes me happier. Totally functional. The fun thing about this is if you study all 3 subjects under a header like decoration or combat or whatever, you unlock outfits. And those outfits give you bonuses when you study the subjects under that, banner. Look at this, I earned a tea dress, and that influences my conversation skills. And when I study those next time, I'm gonna get a huge boost in the amount that I can advance in those subjects. Hey look, this is a military outfit and an intrigue. Yes, I have a monocle. Then a tuxedo for economics, don't ask me. Here's combat, here's a tabard. And my favorite, angry ballerina. Here, watch this angry ballerina study military strategy. It's pretty surreal. So that's the basic gameplay mechanic on how you level up your princess. But the cool thing is all those skills that you study accumulate in how you play the story. There is an overarching story with a lot of different characters that you have to keep track of, all the different nobles and all different peasants. One time you're a friend of your mom's who's like a witch or something. She shows up and your dad's like, you get out of here, witch. And you can either go, yes, daddy, or you can go, what, bring it on, women's lib. And then if you do that, oh, you find you're a woman. Not having some skills at all make you stupid in some of the things you have to play during the game. So here, right here, look. Hey, this guy wants to open a printing press. I didn't study those subjects. I think that's a stupid ass idea. Get out of here, book guy. Oh, this woman wants to open a hospital? I didn't study medicine or battlefield or anything. I'm stupid. As the story progresses, there's a lot of things that happen. You can also, of course, marry people. You have people to pick from. If you know about their region, like you study history or something, you can make better decisions. One time I was just like, hey, sure, I'll marry that 9-year-old. At least I don't have to be with the old people. You know? Really prejudiced and odd. My favorite thing is that some of the events directly mirror my life. I mean, look here, I try to do a public presentation. I don't decorate, I don't know how to speak, I fail. I mean, look at this encounter. Look at all this fail. It's the story of my life when I go to a party, right? I have none of those skills either. I mean, sometimes you try to do something good and look, this guy just murdered somebody right in front of you. What do you do about that? There's a lot of Game of Thrones intrigue too. Like, you can assassinate someone and then, oh no, that guy got assassinated too. A lot of that going on. And it all is based on what skills you pick. Just pro tip, save and save often because there are a million ways to die in this game. It is not sweet, it is not cute, it is definitely not just a game for babies. Save and save often because the kind of skills that you choose to train up might not be the skills you need to overcome an encounter in week like 26 or something. You're like, oh, I should have studied archery. Look at me, I didn't. Oh, boom, I'm dead. I go back and I train those skills to get past that point, and I don't train the other skills that I need, boom, poison, because I'm a dumbass. There are so many ways to die, and I found a lot of them. Anyway, one of the most surreal, weird games that I've ever played, but I highly recommend it because of its weirdity, and because you can control this girl's every movement. All right, I hope you enjoyed this vlog of mine. I really enjoyed playing these games, and I hope you do too. They're all kind of indie games, so that's even cooler. You're supporting indie producers and publishers. Leave in the comments if you have things that you want me to talk about next week. I don't know what I'm doing, but I certainly can't play this many games before then, so help me out, and I appreciate your support. All right, balls. See ya.